Welcome to another episode of the Online Prosperity Experience podcast. You're about to hear your host, Prosper Taravinga's powerful digital marketing strategies and actionable tactics that you can use right now. Prosper has helped more than 50,000 people from over 10 countries to create meaningful businesses that are profitable and enjoyable. Listen to this podcast so that you too can build your own business with less stress and overwhelm. Let's get started.
Use video as a personal branding tool. Now, a lot of people are jumping onto the internet and hoping that they can create a business that's profitable and enjoyable. And maybe you're trying to grow your business through maybe cold calling or maybe sending hundreds of emails without maybe getting as much as, hey, thank you so much for reaching out. Or you're wasting thousands of dollars on ad spend without even generating any qualified leads. I'm here to tell you that if you start using video, it will definitely help you build your personal brand fast so that people will actually get to know, like, and trust you. And we know that people do business with those that they know, like, and trust. Because I understand what it's like, when you're going out there and sometimes it feels like no one wants to buy what you're selling. And, when you rely on your business to pay rent and put food on the table, man, that could put an enormous strain on your emotions, your confidence, and you're actually terrified of having to give up on your dreams simply because nobody knows who you are. So I'm going to really walk you through why you should start crafting your personal brand and why video is the fastest way for you to get into the hearts of your potential customers. Okay, so as you would know, obviously this is coming in from a podcast, but there's a video that is attached to this because people come to the internet to get information, and if they're going to get that information from maybe your brand or whatever it is that you're putting out there, then obviously, like I keep repeating, people get to know you, like you, and trust you. And what a better way to actually connect with your audience and get them to really understand that you have the right kind of product that gives them the right kind of payoff for whatever problem they might be going through, which is basically the solutions that you're providing. So you might be offering consulting, training, information, expertise, or whatever paid speaking engagement. If you're not connecting people, with the media of video, then maybe you're leaving a lot of money on the table, or you're actually leaving your prospects more confused whenever you put out offers out there, and you also are confused why nobody seems to be buying from you. Okay, so without further ado, let's take a look at this. Have you got a YouTube channel? Just nod your head. I obviously know you're listening to a podcast and we can't interact, but I just want to, you to have an understanding that even if you have a YouTube channel or you haven't started yet, I'm hoping that by the end of this podcast, I would have proven the case why it's important to just have a channel that you can direct people to and also use as a traffic source to then direct people back to your website where you have your offers and your sales pages. Now, obviously, personal video branding is the latest. Not exactly in those words, but it is actually the greatest marketing trend that people can actually start using online. And I'm not saying that you should start doing TikTok videos or start amassing millions and millions of views on YouTube. No, I'm just saying you should use it as yet another tool that you can actually create for and relate to your audience. And people that we're working with, especially coaches and consultants, they're embracing this movement regardless of whether or not maybe they are corporate executives or maybe they are a home-based business owner. And the video aspect of online marketing is actually a crucial piece to your personal branding efforts. And I'll be explaining to you why that is, and because it actually allows you to connect with your audience and it allows you to tell them who you are and what your business is all about using your own voice, your own image, and you're actually sharing your message, okay? And people absolutely love to connect with other real people. So what better way to actually connect with your audience and really showcase your authenticity by showing up on video? And you don't have to do it for the masses. You only have to do it for those that you care should hear your message. And I'll be telling you exactly how you want to be doing that throughout this podcast, right? So video branding is one of the most first of all entertaining, second exciting, and useful tools that you as a business can employ in order to place your products and services before anyone who can now become your potential customer. And it's also used to create a lot of fear. It can also in and of itself create a lot of fear and anxiety amongst business owners, because we are afraid of how we present ourselves or how we might be perceived when people have watched our videos. But let me tell you something. If you overcome the fear of being in front of people, it will definitely be the best investment that you would have done for yourself if you invest in video as part of your marketing strategy, because people love to connect with authentic people. So if you put your image, your voice out there, you will make yourself feel more real, more approachable, and warm and welcoming. And then that makes it easy for people to want to know at least more about what it is that you are doing and how you can help them make sense of the world around them. So your audience will be able to connect with you at a deeper level, and in turn it makes you more memorable, and you can actually start building your personal brand much more effectively. Now, with all the technology that we now have today, anyone can actually create, and post mini videos of themselves or their products to really explain what it is that they're offering and for people to get what they are talking about. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that are watching videos, and this is dramatically, increased lately because YouTube has become the most prevalent video sharing website, which according to statistics, they say there's over 2 billion views a day, which is about double the primetime audience that any other major network has, not even Netflix, all right? So people are watching a lot more YouTube videos, and the most common videos they watch are usually how-to videos, because people are learning how to create stuff and make sense of the world around them. I remember 2 weeks ago, I had to change the light bulbs in our house. We just got a new property, and they've got different light bulbs that come with a fan on them. So I didn't know how to turn or change the light bulb. And before I made a fool of myself, guess what? I took it upon YouTube, and voila, there was already a video from somebody who had created a video on how to change this light bulb. And this guy is an electrician, so I looked him up, and then I noticed that, wow, he's got so many other how-to videos on simple stuff that you can do around the house. And now I've subscribed to his channel, and if he's got things that he might be selling or checklist or small things, I will download. And guess what? I'm already into his space. So he has used YouTube as a traffic source, and he also has things that he converts that traffic into prospects that will be able to buy from him a little bit later on. And that's exactly the best use of YouTube. It's not about you becoming famous or anything else. It's just that you are tapping into an already cultivated traffic source. And these people, nobody would watch a video about marketing if they're not interested in marketing. So you've got a captivated audience that is willing and able to actually purchase from you. Your job is to show up with answering questions they might have, and then direct them back to your website so that they can actually convert into people that pay, stay, and refer. Okay, so a lot of people are coming to the internet to be entertained or to learn a few things, or most watchers actually come for product reviews, like I mentioned, how-to videos, and of course there's a huge demand maybe for music videos. So if you actually tap into your niche with video branding, you will definitely increase your personal brand. Okay, can you imagine how good it felt for me to confidently know that I could actually change that light bulb based on the information that I got on YouTube. All right, so if you were the person that would have created that information for me, I'm now indebted to your process. You know why? Because you've given me value upfront without having charged forward. So with the marketplace of maybe billions of viewers who watch countless videos each and every day, you as a business owner, you can actually create your own videos to promote your products and maybe capture some of this market share. Okay, videos that feature maybe the business logo, your name, your product or service. Very important for you to actually establish what the business is and what it actually does, and it can now boost traffic and sales. All right, now if you include this information in each video, it is actually important that you make sure that it's clear and there's a link back to your website, and this then increases your branding efforts. All right, videos can actually reach a potential number of customers that might not otherwise have known about you or your specific methods or services. And you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you are putting yourself in front of people that are willing and able and are actively looking for the products or services that you're offering out there. And now the reason why this is also important is because YouTube is the second largest search engine, which basically means that if anyone is looking for certain products or services, they take it upon to go to Google, and then pretty much after that they go to YouTube to find answers. So what you have in your hands is the potential to reach a lot more people than you possibly can by yourself. So if you are going to be branding all your videos, the face that a business shows to the world is what it's going to be known for, and businesses want to cultivate that that brand to their best advantage. Now, besides that, I think you've heard the statement that a picture is worth 1,000 words. Okay, and that's just a static photo. Now, a video is worth 1,000 views or 1,000 pixels more. You know why? Because no matter what it is, people are always gravitated towards something that's of interest to them. So today's busy internet explorers, as I call them, or internet users, are much more likely to view maybe shorter videos than they are to read a page full of text. And the use of video branding is one of the quickest ways for you to introduce your business to the public, especially for a new or small business who lack the large advertising budget of ASX listed companies or Fortune 500 companies that are always advertising out there. All right, so videos can be maybe a serious or a funny method that you put yourself out there, and usually you get remembered. But care must be actually exercised, because if you brand yourself in the wrong way, you know what, the first cut is the deepest. All right, so it doesn't matter whether your business is creating its own video or it hires somebody to do it, the return on investment is well worth the cost. However, with video branding, it becomes one of the most overlooked and neglected means of advertising. You know why? Because you actually have to sit there and create the content. If it's a 20-minute video, you gotta shoot maybe 40 minutes worth of video, and then it has to be edited. And not a lot of people have time for that. And this is what I do, especially when I'm creating content, either podcast or my video. I actually schedule an hour each and every day of my working day. You know why? Because if it's not scheduled, it's not going to happen. All right, and some people try and fit in the video creation process while they throughout their whole day. Your brain will automatically just tell you, nah, it's too difficult, and before you know it, you've skipped weeks and weeks and weeks without having created content. I actually schedule a video hour every single day. Even if I don't do anything, I might do a podcast, or I might do a video that I would just put out there to my audience. And also, one other thing that you can actually do, if you're afraid of missing out on what or if you're not quite sure what it is that you can create as video content, just put your camera in front of you during a Zoom call. Like, I found that to be very, very liberating, because automatically you're already speaking to somebody else, and if you're capturing that, you can use that as content to other people that might have questions that the person you had on your Zoom call had. And like, you can start creating a lot of content, because we're always talking to people. We're always engaging with other human beings, and some of the things that they are asking, or some of the things that they want to know about, is usually what other people also have questions about. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether your business is creating its own video, or you're hiring somebody to do that. The return of that investment is well worth the cost. One of the things that you could do is, if you've spoken about a specific subject and somebody asks you about it, you can just simply send them that video instead of having to explain yourself over and over and over and over and over again. However, I do understand and I acknowledge this, and I'm going to say this with utmost love and respect. Video branding is one of the most overlooked and neglected means of advertising, because most new and small businesses or coaches or consultants out there, they're just interested in the day-to-day operations. They often believe that video branding is maybe too expensive and it won't make a difference, or they don't even know any other way to advertise other than maybe through the traditional mediums, because video they represent the media of today, and businesses will be well advised to maybe use any tools available with fierce competition in the face. They think that their videos have to be like Kim Kardashian style production, or Oprah Winfrey, or things of that nature. Let me tell you something. Just you pointing a camera at yourself and creating information that is heartfelt, people will love you for that. You know why? Because you never know what you might have that somebody might be going through, and if you just put a video out there about it, it makes it easier for them and makes sense of the world around them. Okay, so the type of branding a business actually cultivates from video determines how potential customers will perceive that business and its products or services. So it's imperative that as a business, you should create awareness with potential customers of who they are, what they do, and how it can actually serve their needs. All right, so video branding can easily accomplish that, while making it easy and clear to the potential customers that the business is somebody that they want to work with, and somebody who is competent enough, because you can't spend 20 minutes giving value or information over things that you're not an expert in, or things that you're not good at. All right, so half of the time you might think that, how do I know what to say, or how do I then present my work? When you have identified your target market and you have clarified your message, video just becomes the media into which you are disseminating that information. All right, you see, I'm a digital marketer, and if you haven't come across any of our work, jump onto www.livelongdigital.com.au. all right, and I'm used to reading and just devouring media out there, and I consume a lot of media that is related to our industry. You know why? Things are always changing. Algorithms are always changing. I need to make sure that I'm on top of everything, and also that whatever information that I'm also passing on to my prospects is valuable and is legit. Okay, now, through this, some people like writing newsletters, some people like podcasts, some people like videos, and there are a few YouTube channels that I actually subscribe to, and these YouTube channels are offering advice related to digital marketing. So within your industry, have a look at who is already putting information out there, because this is the process that they're using. They put out a video that answers a few questions, and then they give whoever has listened an opportunity to subscribe to the email list, and then from there they've already attracted somebody who may not have known about their business, who's now going to be put through the whole process of knowing, liking, and trusting them. You see, at the end of the day, there's a huge amount of content that is being produced out there, and not everyone is actually utilizing video as a means to communicate their value, as a means to communicate maybe their consultation, training, information, or whatever expertise that they have. All right. And a lot of people are actually consuming information through video. If you listened at the start of this podcast, I mentioned how I actually made sense of the world around me through a YouTube video. And you might be thinking to yourself, so where do I actually start, to build a personal brand? What should be the ideal frequency of maybe the videos that I'm publishing, and how can you actually increase your reach? I want to address these questions and just give you a bit of a framework so that you can look into what other people are already doing with video, so that it's not going to be too difficult for you to show up and actually create for and relate to your audience. One thing you need to do is to get comfortable on camera. Everybody came to see you, all right? And they don't know as much as you do. So stop trying to be something that you're not. Just show up in your authentic self and get people to actually know who you are and like you for what you are. It's better to be hated for who you are than to be liked for what you're not. So as a creator of maybe this new marketing strategy, you might feel maybe vulnerable while producing your first few videos. Video is one of the more authentic mediums of communication. Whoever is speaking on that video is the person that people get to know, like, and trust. With blogs or emails, you can actually outsource that and get somebody to write it for you. So take some time to actually get used to watching yourself on screen. I mean, it might feel weird, when you film a few videos as a start. Why don't you start just putting yourself in a meeting on Zoom and pretend like you're giving information or advice to a client? Are you still ashamed, or are you still shy? Because at the end of the day, we are only in our own heads and thinking, what if nobody's gonna like this? Just create the content and put it out there, okay? And if it feels weird, just film some videos and don't publish them, because you may find that you actually hold a lot of tension, maybe in your shoulders, in your jaws. Just learn a lot of your body language, and it's a way to actually get to understand and really clarify your message if you're putting it out on video. So overall, don't try to portray how you want people to perceive you. Maybe you want to fake an authoritative persona by using maybe voice tuner. It will actually hurt you more than it will aid you, because people see through that, and people like watching casual, friendly, and conversational type people. Of course, when they have something of value to give. All right. So think of somebody like Gary Vaynerchuk. He's animated, he swears a lot, but he oozes a lot of energy in all his videos, and his rawness actually appeals to the people that are going to be learning from him, or buying some of his books, or attending some of his seminars. And he's even created a film explaining why he actually curses, because he wants to connect. He is actually saying the stuff that you say behind closed doors, but he's putting it in the public forum. So choose who you are and choose who you want to be known for, and actually identify what your target market is gravitating towards, and then seek ways to actually engage with that audience. Educate them on what it is that you're providing them, while you inspire them to want more, be more, and have more. and in the process you're providing value. The reason why you want to be providing value is because we get paid in direct proportion to the value that we bring to the marketplace. And when you have positioned yourself as a go-to person with the right kind of product that suits the right kind of audience, then you, my friend, become an authority within that niche. All right. So at the end of the day, all we're really looking for is ways for us to put out a message that we have for our identified target audience. And once that's in play, you get to create for and relate to the audience that you're going to be working with. And once you have all of that in place, YouTube or any other video platforms are just used for traffic. All right, I'm going to say that again, because if you have traffic, then you can then convert that traffic into people that pay, stay, and refer. And that's how you create profits. So traffic plus conversions equals profit. So as soon as you start putting content out there, make sure that you have also created a website and an email list that will then, leverage that video in and of itself. The video is capturing the traffic, the right audience, and then the website has some, bribe or some sort of lead magnet that converts that traffic into an email address that you can then start sending emails and nurture those people so that they get to know you, like you, and trust you. Because just hosting your videos on YouTube is great for a start, but you need to launch your website as soon as you can, and it's the only place where you have complete control of that visitor's experience, and you can actually establish your credibility instantly. All right, so you can either build your website by yourself, or you can learn how to design and code, or find a freelancer that can help you create landing pages so that that traffic is instantly converted into a prospect. All right, and then once you have that website going, you also need to make sure that you have an email list alongside your YouTube channel, right? Because at the end of the day, when you have people in your nurture list, then you've got an opportunity to actually start working them and molding them into future customers. Never go or create videos without having a nurture list or some sort of mechanism that turns that traffic into conversions. And once you've got that in play, all you got to start doing is show up and make sure you're consistent, and make sure that you're creating for and you're relating to the audience that you're going to be demanding money off of. All right, so as an entrepreneur, I know marketing is just one aspect of running a successful business. You go from hiring and managing new staff, balancing books, driving growth, and a whole lot more. And now you're sitting there and thinking, wait a minute, Prosper, you want me to do videos again? Of course, that's what I'm asking you to do. And I know it all feels like a constant balancing act where you're pulled in multiple different directions and you don't know if you're doing the right thing or not. And at the end of the day, your real goal is just to help your clients. So why not show up to them, using video? Why not create how-to information so that they make sense of the world around them? So whether you like it or not, people still research you online. And if they find something that they like, you are rest assured that they will remember you, or maybe consume more of the content that you're putting out there. And possibly they will buy, whatever it is that you are putting out there, and they will reach out for you to help them further. So get started with taking control in what people get to see about you online, especially when they Google you. And like I said, YouTube is the second biggest search engine. So that could now actually start influencing your own personal brand and what people can get to know about you if they've just heard about you. And let me tell you something, video is an authentic content format that can actually kick off your personal brand. It can actually help you build genuine relationships with people, and it invites you into very lucrative opportunities either in your career or people will invite you to start talking on their own videos just so they can explore whatever synergies that they have you. So I'm hoping that you listening to this podcast has given you a bit of clarity and direction on how you can actually get started on building your personal brand using videos. Now, I want to know: have you ever experimented with producing videos? And if you have what sort of response have you gotten? I want to know. So, if you got this podcast through email, just respond to that email and let me know what you have done with video, if it's worked or if it hasn't. And maybe I can subscribe to your channel, because let me tell you something. At the end of the day, people come to the internet to get information. And if they're getting that information from you, then you're rest assured they get to know you, like you, and trust you. All right? Because we all know that people do business with those that they know, like, and trust. All right? So bottom line, videos can bring for you a lot of traffic to your business, but you need to channel that traffic into leads that pay, stay, and refer. If you've got any questions about using video as a personal branding tool, just also hit reply to this email so that I can get to understand what it is that you are working on and how you are going to be using video in order for you to enhance your personal brand. And if you've got any questions about how to use video in your branding efforts, please comment below and I'll respond as quickly as I can. I can't wait to subscribe to your channel and watch you grow your personal brand, just simply by providing information that your audience is willing and able to start learning about. Bye for now.
Thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions, let's continue the conversation in the Live Long Digital community. Become a Live Long Digital community member today. This community is for ambitious entrepreneurs and small business owners with the drive to take control of the future of their businesses and achieve huge success without stress and overwhelm. As you heard, Prosper can help you by teaching you marketing strategies that work. So look no further than the Live Long Digital community of entrepreneurs and highly successful business owners. Join our community today. Find us on www.community.livelongdigital.com.au. Network with other driven entrepreneurs and find the expert guidance you need to take your business to the next level. www.community.livelongdigital.com.au